I've been reading in the Gospels the last 2 days. I started in Matthew, and now I'm reading in Mark. I'm in chapter 7, and it's about the Pharisees and how they wanted to tempt Jesus because Jesus wasn't, Messiah was not washing his hands before eating. And the Messiah is telling them, look, you're following the traditions of men that say you cannot eat bread without washing your hands. It's very interesting in chapter 7, verse 8. Let me look at it. I've got my German Bible open, and that's not going to help anybody who doesn't speak German. So let me see here. It says here, howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. And it struck me with this hand-washing ritual that we've been told that we need to do so that we do not get the virus. By the way, this is just my opinion. I'm just comparing Scripture with the narrative that is being unfolded in front of our eyes. What they're telling us to do. This is traditions of men, that if you wash your hands, then you're clean. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. For laying aside the commandment of God, ye hold the tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do. So in employing the commandments of men, the traditions of men, and being obedient to them, we are putting aside the commandments of God. You cannot serve two masters. You will hate one and love the other. This really struck me. This washing of hands. Oh, I've got to be clean on the outside. Messiah said in verse 15, let's take a look. There is nothing from without a man that entering into him can defile him. But the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear. The other day at the grocery store, I did not have my mask on. I shouldn't say my mask. I didn't have a mask on. And I was stopped at the front door. Well, they let me in finally, and I got to do a little bit of shopping. And I got behind somebody in line, and I was putting my items, my purchases, on the conveyor belt, and the woman before me turned around real nasty and said, if you're not going to wear a mask, you can at least stand 2 meters behind me. You see what's happening. People are laying aside the commandments of God and are fearing a thing which may or may not exist. But the real thing that is defiling them are their wicked thoughts and untrue thoughts about what can defile them. We defile ourselves when we lay aside the commandments of God.